Hello, student. Welcome to the session 8 of this paper, Electricity and Magnetism. And in this session, we are going to study the what are transient currents, and also we are going to study the growth and decay of the charge in an RC circuit, and also will solve some problems. So these are the learning objectives. Uh, to understand the concept of transient current, to understand the growth and decay of current in in a RC series circuit, to understand the meaning of time constant for RC series circuit, and explain its relationship to the performance of the circuit, and also to solve the problems based on growth and decay of the RC circuit. These are the learning objectives. So the outcome of this session will be knowing about the transient current. We'll come to know what are the transient current, and also we'll come to know how the current is grown and decaying in the circuit containing R and C. This R means resistance and C is the capacitor. So the time constant of this RC circuit, and will be able to solve the problems based on growth and decay of the charge in the RC circuit. These are the session outcomes. So prerequisites means we should know what are these things before going to further in this chapter. So what is resistance? Resistance means it is the opposition to the flow of current given by a circuit element. So resistance is offered by the circuit element resistor, so that opposes the flow of current through it. Higher the resistance, higher will be the opposition. So that is the meaning of resistance. What is the meaning of capacitance? Capacitance means it is the capacity of a circuit element to store the charges. So actually this is done by a circuit element called as the capacitor. So the capacity of storing charges by a capacitor is called as a capacitance. And a charging of a capacitor. So when some voltage is applied to the plates of the given capacitor, the charges will start storing on the plates of the capacitor. Then we say that the capacitor is charging. This is the meaning of charging of the capacitor. Then what is this Kirchhoff's voltage law? Kirchhoff's voltage law is generally applied to a branch of a circuit. In a closed branch of a circuit, the IR products, the algebraic sum of the IR products is equal to the EMF of the battery. So this is called as the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So you have understood all these things now, and we'll move ahead and come to the transient currents. So this transient phenomena are the phenomena that exist only for a short time and are not simple periodic functions of time. So generally, when an electric circuit contains transient electronic components such as inductor and capacitor, what happens sometimes, as soon as the power supply is switched on, the capacitor will start storing the charges. At that time, mm, the flow of current in the circuit is affected, and also if there is an inductor in the circuit, the EMF will be start developing across the inductor, so that also affects the flow of current. So this short time during which a capacitor charges or an inductor develops EMF is called as a transient period, and this phenomena is called as a transient phenomena. And this takes place for a short time because capacitor take capacitor takes a small time for its charging. So whenever a circuit is switched from one condition to another, either by a change in the applied source or a change in the circuit element, there is a transitional period during which the branch currents and voltages change from their former values to the new ones. This period is called as the transition period. So whenever the circuit is switched on or the elements are changed, means there should be the elements like capacitor and inductor, then the normal values of current and voltage across the branch will change because the value of current changes as time passes until the capacitor stores charges to its maximum level. Once the capacitor charged, the current reaches a maximum level, then the things will be normal. So that is why after the transient has passed, the circuit is said to be in the steady state. That means once the capacitor stores stores charges to its maximum value, then we say that a normal constant current will be flowing in the circuit. That condition is called as the steady state. The analysis of circuit condition during the transient period is called as the transient circuit analysis. So here I told that short time and are not simple periodic functions of time, means the transient currents are not simple periodic functions of time. This I am showing with the help of this diagram. Here you see generally a current wave is a function of time and it is a sinusoidal wave. So it should go smoothly like this. Hmm? A sine wave should be formed. But you can see here in this diagram, the sine wave is not there. The disturbance is there. Hmm? So that is why this wave is not the sinusoidal function of time. So this is because of the presence of transient currents. So the transient when the transient currents are flowing, the current is not a sinusoidal one and it is not a smooth one like this. It's showing it is observed like a disturbance. So this is the transient currents. So next we studied the transient current and now we'll see what is the growth of the charge in an RC circuit. This is a circuit containing a resistor R and capacitor C. These are connected in series across a battery. This is a battery and key is that. So when key is closed, when this key is closed, the capacitor starts charging up and the charging current flows in the circuit. The charging current is maximum at the instant of switching and decreases as the voltage across the capacitor increases. So this is very important. So when the key is closed and the current flowing through the circuit will be maximum, or the current flowing through this capacitor will be maximum, and as the time passes the voltage across the capacitor builds up, and the build up capacitor across the build up voltage across the capacitor starts repelling the current, and hence the current goes on decreasing. So this is what happens. So at the instant of switching, and it decreases as the voltage across the capacitor increases. When the capacitor is charged to the applied voltage, means when the capacitor is charged to its maximum capacity, the charging current becomes zero. Once the capacitor fully charged, there will be no current through this circuit. According to Kirchhoff's voltage law, we have E is equal to VR plus VC. This is EMF of the battery, and VR is the voltage drop across the resistor, and VC is the voltage drop across the capacitor. So this we can write as voltage drop across a resistor is IR, and voltage drop across capacitor VC is Q by C, and this I is written as dq by dt into R plus Q by C. This is equation 1. The growth of the charge is given by Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus e raised to minus t upon CR, where Q naught is the maximum charge on the capacitor, and Q is the value of charge on the capacitor at any instant of time t during charging. So next we'll move ahead. So now we'll see what is the time constant. So the time constant is first the growth of the current is given by this equation I is equal to I naught e raised to minus t upon CR, just like the charge equation. Q is equal to Q naught e raised to minus t upon CR, and where I naught is the maximum current and I is the current at any instant of time. The quantity RC has the dimensions of time, and hence it is called as a time constant of the circuit. So this product of this C and R and C means the product of capacitance and resistance is having the dimensions of time, and hence that product is called as a time constant. So therefore time constant tau is equal to RC, this product, and that is in seconds. And when T is equal to RC in equation 2, means earlier equation 2 is that is Q is equal to Q naught e raised to minus 1 over T. The charge on the capacitor is Q is equal to 0.632 Q naught, or it is 63.2% of the Q naught. So we have to substitute T is equal to RC in equation 2. So next, when T is equal to 5 RC in equation 2, when we substitute T is equal to 5 RC in equation 2, the charge on the capacitor is Q is equal to 0.99933 Q naught, or it is equal to 99.3% of the Q naught. When T is equal to infinite, equation 2 becomes Q is equal to Q naught. It takes infinite time for the charge to attain its maximum value. So when T is equal to RC in equation 2, the charge on the capacitor is 63.2% of its maximum value. So that is shown in these two figures. So in these two figures, the voltage across the capacitor is plotted as a function of time. Here charge and capacitor is plotted as a function of time. In both the cases, you can see when T is equal to RC, the voltage across the capacitor is 0.632 times V naught, or the charge and the capacitor is equal to 0.632 times Q naught. So this is the meaning of time constant, and thus the time constant of an RC circuit is defined as the time taken by the capacitor to acquire 63.2% of its maximum charge. So this is the definition of a time constant. So next we'll move ahead. And next, decay of charge in an RC circuit. So here you can see in this circuit, same circuit is there, extra one more key is given here. And these two keys K1 and K2 operate alternatively. That means when K1 is closed, K2 will be open. So when K1 is closed, K2 will be open. That means this part of the circuit is completed, and the capacitor starts charging. And when K1 is open, K2 is connected, the battery in the circuit is eliminated. So this part of the circuit becomes complete, and there is no battery, and whatever the voltage is developed across the capacitor, it starts decaying through this circuit. This is called as the decay of charge in the RC circuit. So the voltage drop across the capacitor starts decreasing. At any time t during discharging, IR plus Q by C is equal to 0. That means for this part of the circuit, only for this part of the circuit, I am applying KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. So here there is no battery. So therefore, IR plus Q by C is equal to 0. This is the drop across the voltage drop across the resistor, and this is the voltage drop across the capacitor. And sum of these two is equal to 0 because there is no battery. The charge in the capacitor at any instant during discharge is equal to Q is equal to Q naught e raised to minus T upon CR, and the potential difference across the capacitor is Vc is equal to E into e to the power minus T upon CR, and where this E is the maximum voltage or the EMF of the battery. So decay of the charge in RC circuit is also like this, and it depends upon the time constant or the RC value of the RC product. So the discharge current through the circuit is I is equal to I naught e raised to minus T upon CR. At T is equal to RC, the charge on the capacitor is Q is equal to 0.368 Q naught or 36.8% of the Q naught value. That means when the capacitor starts discharging and when T is equal to RC, at this time the charge on the capacitor decreases to 36.8% of its maximum value. So similarly, we can define the time constant for decay. This is the time constant for decay. The time constant of RC circuit during decay is defined as the time taken by the charge on the capacitor to decrease from its maximum value to 0.368 times its maximum. So the decay of charge with time is exponential. This is exponential decay is there in both of the cases. Voltage as well as the charge are decreasing exponentially. In this curve, you can look at the curve. It is very clear that this decay is an exponential one. So next we'll see one problem. A capacitor of capacitance 0.1 microfarad and resistance 10 mega ohm is charged with certain potential and other insulated. Find the time at which the potential will take to fall to half of its original value. So capacitance is 0.1 microfarad, and resistance is 10 mega ohm, and we have to find out the voltage when it is equal to V naught by 2. And the discharge of the capacitor through the resistance is given by this equation, or voltage is given by this equation. When V is equal to V naught by 2, you substitute here, it becomes V naught by 2 is equal to V naught into e to the power minus T upon CR. V naught get cancelled, and take the reciprocal and simplify the equation for T. Then substitute the values of R and C in the above equation. You will get the time constant, that is 2 or T is equal to 0.693 seconds. Another problem, in a circuit, a resistor of 10 mega ohm, a capacitor of 0.2 microfarad, and a battery of 20 volt are connected in series. Calculate after 2 seconds the rate of growth of charge. These are the given values. So the time constant tau is equal to RC. It is the value of R 10 mega ohm. Mega ohm means 10 to the power 6. And capacitor value C is 0.2 microfarad. 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 6 because micro. So this product gives 2 seconds. Then this is the equation Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus e raised to minus t upon CR. And differentiate this equation. This becomes dq by dt is equal to Q naught divided by RC into e to the power minus t upon CR, because Q naught into 1 is Q naught and differentiation of this Q naught is 0. The first term is 0. Only the second term remains. So this is the second term. Or this is equal to E upon R, because Q naught by C is E, hmm, EMF of the battery. So Q naught by C you are replacing with E, it is E by R into e to the power minus t upon CR. And substituting the values of this R, C and E in and T in our equation, we got dq by dt is equal to 7.36 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb per second. So this is the rate of growth of charge in a capacitor. So we'll move ahead and we will see one MCQ. In an RC circuit, when this switch is closed, the response is decay with time. So this question is a little bit incomplete, because in an RC circuit, when the switch is closed, there are two switches are there generally. If the charging switch is closed, then the answer is the response rises with time. If the discharging key is closed and the charging key is open, then only it is decays with the time. So you know both the cases. The time constant of an RC circuit is RC. As I told just now, the product of this resistance and capacitance is called as the time constant. And after how many times constant, the transient part reaches more than 99% of its initial value. It is 5 times, because we put T is equal to 5 RC in the uh, uh, voltage equation or the charge equation. We came to know that it becomes V is equal to 0.99 times V naught, or Q is equal to 0.99 times Q naught. So that means when T is equal to 5 RC, uh, the capacitor will charge to its maximum value. So it is 5. Answer is 5. And at a DC, capacitor acts as a open circuit. So the another interesting property of this capacitor is that it does not allow the direct current to flow through it. Only it allows the AC current to flow through it. So this property of the capacitor is used in filter circuits to filter the AC component and only to allow the DC component to pass through the load. So that is the one advantage of the capacitor. And in an RC series circuit, when the switch is closed and the circuit is complete, what is this response? Again here it is written as the decays with time. Again it is questionable which key is closed, whether charging key is closed or discharging key is closed. K1 and K2 was there. If the charging key K1 is closed and K2 is open, then the response is increases with time. And if K1 is open, K2 is closed, then the capacitor will be discharging through that circuit. Then the response is decays with time. So just note down this clarification. So the summary of this session is that the time constant of RC circuit during growth is defined as the time taken by the charge to acquire to 63.2% of its maximum value. That is the meaning of the time constant. At t is equal to 5 RC, the voltage across the capacitor attains almost maximum value, and the time constant of an RC circuit during decay is defined as the time taken by the charge on the capacitor to decrease from its maximum value to 0.36 times its maximum. So this also we have studied. So these are the summary of this lesson, and these are the reference books you can go through. Thank you for listening.